I've often heard it said that people in France smell, especially on the Paris metro, but I would say that people on the Paris metro smell very human. If you've ever wondered what a dog smells when they smell us, ride the Paris metro and you'll probably have a good idea of what that must be like. The French have their own way of doing things, and that does not necessarily include bathing every single day. Coming up on the surface. Okay, we're looking for Sainte Chapelle, which is very conveniently marked. It's next to the Palace of Justice, where the Supreme Court of France meets. Hopefully the line won't be too long, and even though it should be. And we're crossing. Now I think in the 90s I could not find the entrance to Sainte Chapelle, but I think I found it this time. Hopefully this is the right place. Oh yep, it is, because now I see a long line. Now is this the ticket line or the entry line? That's the question. Let's find out. A long ass line. So that line was actually for security and not for the ticket line for Sainte Chapelle. I think now I can use my museum pass to skip this line. Let's see if this works. Yep, that works. Good God. Okay. Good God is right. I've waited almost 9 years to come back to Paris and visit Sainte Chapelle, which I've missed on previous visits. It's a 13th century Royal Medieval Gothic chapel and one of the finest examples of stained glass anywhere in the world. It is beautiful. You can't understand how beautiful it is unless you're actually standing here, but I'm glad I finally got around to seeing it. There are currently about 21 different places in the world that claim to have a portion of the crown of thorns worn by Christ on the day of his crucifixion. Among them are Belgium, the Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom, and Ukraine. Within France, Sainte Chapelle is one such place, and the other is Notre Dame. Totally worth it. 10 euros to get in, about an hour and a half waiting in line. Totally worth it. Is this the exit? Oh, that's the exit. Okay. Notre Dame is behind that building over there. So we're gonna walk down the block and then turn that way. I think I see it already. Complete in the 12th century, Notre Dame is literally the center of Paris, the point from which all other distances are measured. Notre Dame. Cathedral here for over 700 years. That's pretty crazy when you think about that. 700-year-old cathedral. Apparently, even more than the Eiffel Tower, the Notre Dame Cathedral is the most visited tourist spot in the entire city. And we're crossing, hoping not to die. The city is divided into 20 districts, or arrondissements, in a clockwise spiral from the center of the city, Notre Dame, or kilometer zero. Good enough for me.
I got eyes, I don't need crosswalks. Crosswalks are for wusses. And Notre Dame, right behind me. Right there. Notre Dame Cathedral. So the inside is pretty cool, but if you want to climb the tower, it's outside to the left of the building or the right of the building. Well, left if you're facing it. The left side of the building if you're facing the front of Notre Dame Cathedral. And here's the line for it, I think.
If you'd like to get a view of how the Hunchback of Notre Dame saw Paris, it's 400 steps up to the top and 850 euros unless you have a museum pass.
There it is. There's the end of the line. Oh, damn, really? Still an hour. It's only 4. All right. That's always tomorrow, right? Okay, so it's closed. This is still the line to get into the main part of the cathedral. You can see that's really long. But yeah, like I said, the line for the tower is on this side. On this side of the building. Queue up for that. They close the line at about 4 o'clock, so you won't have time to see the tower if you queue up any later than 4. Now, regarding time management, make sure you pick the sites that close early first. And if you can see it outdoors after 5, like say the Eiffel Tower or the Arc de Triomphe, see those at the end of the day, because the crowds disperse at the Arc de Triomphe after 5 p.m. But the Eiffel Tower, you don't have to go inside the tower to appreciate it. I mean, it's like the Great Wall of China. Once you're in it, you don't even know that you're in it. It's only when you're outside of it that you can see it and appreciate it for what it is. So for me, I don't pay for admission for things like the Eiffel Tower. There are better views from Sacré-Cœur and from the Arc de Triomphe, in my opinion. Look at this. There's a cruise down the river, just right behind me here, as you can see, down there. And I'm wondering how much the cruise costs. So I'm gonna go down there and find out. Yes, video. Look, actual books. Alright, let's go find out how much this thing costs. Okay, so it's 15 euros, and the last departure is at Alright, well that's what these people here are queued up for. Let's wait in line and get tickets. See the boat cruise right behind me here. So the next cruise boards at 5 p.m., which is in about 15 minutes, and this is the line for it I'm standing in.